What's up, everybody? Welcome to the series premiere of the Success Loading Podcast. It's yours truly, Sam Berry, a.k.a. the founder of Lefty's famous Cheesesteaks. I'm here with my co-host, the king himself, Gus from Food Porn Detroit.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? My name is Gus. I am the founder of Food Porn Detroit, 10-year-long culinary storyteller, bottom line. And we're here. We're here, and I want to, very excited. This is the first episode. So we're going to introduce ourselves and let you guys know who we are, our backgrounds, and, where we come from. So I think that's going to be the best way to do this. So Sam, your story's incredible, obviously, man. I want to say you've given a lot of people a lot of opportunities, and you're an entrepreneur of entrepreneurs. Okay, so why don't you kind of describe, for one, where were you born?
Well, I was born and raised here. I was born in Dearborn, Michigan. My parents were obviously immigrants, but I was born and raised here.
Beautiful.
Humble beginnings. I wanted to start this podcast not just to let the world know, or not just the world, just people around us in our community know, whether it be a local podcast or hopefully a national podcast. But the main reason why is to come on here, vent a little bit, and tell people my story and how I can help people going forward. Because, like I say, success is not measured in how much money you have. Success is measured in how you make others successful.
Yep.
And that's the way I've always tried to emphasize on others, that money isn't everything.
Yep.
And when you think that money is everything, then greed sets in, and then you just forget the important things in life, like family and helping others and being an inspiration to people. You don't want to walk down the street one day and say, you know what, that guy's a fucking asshole, or all he cares about is money. That's not me. Anybody that really truly knows me
knows that,
right,
that's
knows
not the
that
case.
That's not me.
Absolutely.
Those who think they know me, right, are those who talk about me.
Mm-hmm.
And those who talk behind my back, there's a reason why they're behind me. They're focused on other people's shit. They're counting other people's money instead of theirs. And they start to really, get disgusted with themselves, that they have to be engrossed in others.
Sure.
They have to be They have to show disgust in others, even though they're not disgusting.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, let me ask you this. You have siblings? You have brothers, sisters?
Yep. I'm the
Okay.
oldest. I come from a family of 5.
Okay.
My mom and my dad, and 2 younger sisters who I love dearly.
Amazing. Okay.
I was raised in a house full of women.
Oh.
So, I'm not, a feminine person, but, I'm
Very respectful towards women, of course.
I'm a gentleman.
Of course.
So, I was raised to protect
Nice.
and serve women, I guess.
So where'd you go to, where'd you go to high school? Where was that?
Dearborn Public Schools.
Okay.
I went to elementary in William Ford, then I went to Woodworth. But my high school was Fortson High School.
Fortson. Gotcha.
Graduated in 2002, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Fucking, 21 fucking years ago. God, where did the time go,
me and
man?
you both, bro.
Jesus.
I'm also 2002, so I know we're right there. We're right there in age, So 2002, graduated Fortson. What was your first, just so you can let everyone know what's going on,
Yeah.
You started this. What made you go into the restaurant business, I guess?
Well, I it wasn't by choice.
Actually, my bad. What was the first job you had outside of high school? First job you've ever had, actually.
So not even outside of high school. I was a freshman in high school.
Okay.
And I started working for my uncle, who was a manager of big boy restaurants.
Okay.
So I started as a busboy, and I was washing dishes. I was 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I swear to God, man. I was 12 years old and I was working.
Busboy is your first position.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was...
Humble beginnings, for sure.
Well, I mean, look, we weren't very fortunate growing up. We were very, very poor. I worked to help the family out, you know? Like I said, man, I mean, we weren't always fortunate, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just...
You did what you had to do.
It was tough. Yeah, it was tough growing up.
Sure.
And, you know, I helped the family out, which I wouldn't change anything about my upbringing or my past.
Exactly.
But, you know, I started when I was 12 and I just stayed. That was my only job. The restaurant business is the only thing I've ever done. I've never had a job outside of the restaurant industry in my life.
Was it something that you gravitated towards it? Obviously, you know, it being your first job and just sticking to it, but what gravitated you to just stay? Because a lot of people bounce around.
Dude, I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I mean, I hated it at first, but it made me understand. It made me understand a couple things. It made me understand that even though you hate something at first, it can get better as time goes.
Yeah.
With a little bit of patience, you know, it could be, things could get easier, things could get better. You get great at your job, but more importantly, it really teaches you not to fucking quit.
Yeah, it does. It's relentless. The restaurant business is a very relentless business, man.
It's a rugged business.
If you can work in that industry, I feel that you can really do a lot.
I mean, look, man. I mean, you know how it is in a restaurant business. I mean, it was difficult. It's not, you know, when you deal with food and people's health, and you know, there's so many people out there that don't really understand, that want to get into this business, and I look at it and I'm like, why the fuck would you want to get into the business as a side gig or to diversify your portfolio? You know, if something you don't know about, don't get involved in it. You know, and it wasn't easy. So I continued my
Journey.
Employment.
Gotcha.
It wasn't even a journey at first. I was just doing it from paycheck to paycheck, really.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, you know, I kind of started moving up. I mastered washing dishes and cleaning tables, I guess. I don't know how you master something like that, but I was the best goddamn dishwasher. I still am.
That's good.
You know?
Hey, you got to start small, bro. You got to start small.
Yeah.
I tell everybody this too. Being in the business is not, if you do not have passion, number one, and persistence, number two, and drive, it's just not for you. I mean, you could say that about a lot of shit, realistically, but honestly, though, it's really, the restaurant business is not for the weak at all.
Yeah,
you have to be very strong. So okay, so you're
so you know, I continued my career, I guess, in the restaurant business, and because of the focus I had on helping the family, it took away a lot of my focus from schooling. Even though I was really good at school, I didn't apply myself as much as I should have because I was focused on taking care of the family. I had a lot of fucking responsibilities, man. You know, to help my dad, help my mom, help my sisters. And, you know, and as I got older, as I got to the end of my high school, ready to graduate, then and only then did I fucking ask the question, what the fuck am I going to do with my life? Because I was so busy working and making money and saving my money and trying to help the family. I lost track on me, myself, personally. What am I going to do with my life? You know? What am I going to do with my life?
Sure.
You know? So...
And it can happen very easily when you're helping other people, man, because, you know, it's just...
So I had to think on the fly, right?
Yeah.
So what do we do? You know, we go and we buy a fucking big boy. Why? Because it's the only fucking thing I've been doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So I induced my father and my uncles to take borrow money from people, right, to buy a big boy, right, not knowing anything about the structure of owning a business. Yeah, we know how to cook, we know how to clean, we know how to wash dishes, we know how to cook, you know? But there's so much more people don't even see. Like the bill paying, the liability insurance, the taxes, the employee taxes, the rent, the common area maintenance, and just people just don't know.
There's just so much.
Right. So we embarked on this journey. We took our life savings and we borrowed money from people, right? Not knowing that Big Boy as a whole was a shithole. No offense. I mean, it was,
they only got really one solid one. In my fucking
dude,
opinion,
listen. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to discredit the brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It wasn't. It's a thing of the past.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't
nostalgic.
It wasn't a futicristic business.
Exactly.
It was already on the decline.
Yep.
So what did we do? We go and we buy this place, and
that was technically your first venture, like, right? As buying a restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. My first venture that probably solidified who I am today.
Gotcha.
Because we lost in a big fucking way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, when I say we lost in a big way, like we lost in a big fucking way, bro.
Yeah, at least 100,000, if not more. You know what I mean? Maybe, possibly.
Right.
Exactly.
100,000.
That's a lot.
We lost $500,000, my guy.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fucking.
We defaulted on loans. I mean, we couldn't.
That's an L.
So that's an L. So we, my dad filed bankruptcy.
Okay.
I
from that venture, basically.
Yeah.
Well, shit. At least you learn shit quick. You learn shit quick.
Look, this is a success podcast, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking to you about failures, but I promise you, in order to be fucking successful, you have to talk about your failures first in order to get success. Because the sweet can never be as sweet without a little bit of sour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You cannot endure success without pain.
Yes, without a doubt.
And success lies in so many things, man. Not losing, making money, losing, helping others. It's so many layers, but most importantly is learning from your failures, because failure is the key to success, because it teaches you, what to do and what not to do, the do's and don'ts about succeeding.
When you talk to Michael, when they interviewed Michael Jordan, he said, obviously he remembers his failures more than his wins, obviously, because it's going to hit you the hardest. Just like when you're gambling, right? You don't always remember your wins like that, but you definitely remember your losses, bro, when they're raking those chips away from you. You know what I mean?
Sure. So heartache and more importantly, the consequences that come with losing.
Exactly.
That's what hurts.
Yeah.
Because I saw what happened to our family and how much money we did lose, and we didn't just lose fucking money, guy.
Yeah. Your reputation.
Fuck the reputation. I lost my job.
Yeah. Income. Straight up income.
Dude, I lost my fucking salary.
Yeah. That's true.
I was getting paid from this fucking place.
When you fucking lose your money and your only source of income, that's it. You're in survival mode at that point.
Thank you.
And that's what really that is what really makes anyone
right. So what did I do? You know what I did? Guess what I did?
I don't know what you did. I'm assuming
I went and worked at another fucking big boy.
I didn't think
for my uncle.
I didn't see that one coming, but that. No shit. I didn't know that.
Dude, I managed this store for another 2 years.
Got you.
I saved every fucking penny.
Okay.
Right? And then I got into a brand called Little Caesars.
Oh, little brand. Maybe
Little brand,
I think
right.
we've heard of that
Yeah.
somewhere around.
So Little Caesars was indeed and is indeed a great brand. A great brand. It was born here in Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, Big Boy was too, but you know, I mean, it was born here in Detroit, and it was and it still is a great brand. Right?
I agree.
It was at one point one of the best brands during the little recession we had in the late 2000s. So
their marketing is impeccable, but yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they were the home of the $5 hot
Yes.
and ready for fucking 22 fucking years.
Yeah, for real.
Right? So
So you get into Little Caesars, right?
Yep.
After the first endeavor, after you left, you
Yes.
worked for your uncle's Big Boy.
Yeah.
And then you decided, man, fuck this.
Well, no, I didn't say fuck
No,
this.
yeah.
I definitely didn't say fuck this. I was grateful to my uncle.
No, for sure.
You know,
well, I'm just saying, you were like fed up. Obviously, you wanted to do something more. You don't want to be working for somebody like forever.
well, I mean, you know, I did want more for myself,
Sure.
and I wanted to be a business owner again.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, but I was grateful for my uncle. I ran his store like, you know,
Yeah, like it's
like it was my own.
Exactly.
You know, everything that I've ever done in my life, I've given 110%.
yes.
Whether it be working for somebody else or working for my own self.
That's true.
As a matter of fact, I work better for somebody than I do for myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, it's somebody else's livelihood, you know?
Exactly.
Not to say that I don't work hard all the time. Dude, I'm the hardest worker I know. And that's not sounding fucking pompous or
No.
conceited or nothing.
No, that's
So what did I do? My uncle and my family were involved in Little Caesars. They owned a lot of them in California, and we saw them starting to really take off in a big fucking way. And, you know, when you see something like that, you want to join in, not when it's too late to tail into something because it'd be diluted.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
Saturated. Yeah.
saturated.
Yeah.
You know,
Got to get on it quick.
so I meet with the Little Caesars corporate, and you know, my uncle was nice enough to get me, you know, into a discovery day where I saw the brand, okay, and I loved the brand.
Yeah.
You know, I really did, and I loved everything they were doing and how rapidly they were growing, and you know, financially it made sense.
Sure.
You know, they were making money. That's the bottom line of getting into the franchise business, right? So they tell me, hey, there's no more franchising in Michigan. So that right there kind of put a wrench in what I was trying to do. But then I gave it some thought, and they said, you know what? Your uncle speaks highly of you. Why don't you go out to a new market and bring Little Caesars to, you know, another market? So I said, you know what?
Why not? I mean,
Why not be the leader and not the follower, right?
Sure.
And that's the way I've always done it. So I embraced it. You know, I embraced what they sold me on. You know, I kind of bought into what they were selling. So what do? They give me a few states to choose from, and you know, they gave me like the East Coast, New York. They gave me Maryland, and then they gave me this little state in Connecticut. You know, so I went with the closest state to me,
which was Connecticut.
Connecticut was the closest to Michigan.
Sure.
So I said, you know what? Let's do it.
At the time, unfortunately, Ohio wasn't on the fucking ballot. So,
Well, I mean, look, they were franchising big time, man.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and people were buying up territories.
Sure.
You know, they were buying up territories.
Sure.
You know, where they buy a 5-store market here, 10-store market here. So I bought a 5-store territory.
Yeah,
you know, like
there
I
is.
said, I went back and I borrowed fucking money from people you don't want to borrow money from.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Hard money loans and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly.
With heavy interest and
Right.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. With that being said, so then basically, Little Caesars was your next venture, your next big thing.
It was.
and
So
then-
what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
I go and I move
Mm-hmm.
to
Connecticut.
you know, in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, 2009. I moved out to Connecticut in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And I opened my first store in Stratford, Connecticut. So I move out there. I'm living out there.
Yeah.
And
Which is crazy because, you know, I've done that too, to just pick up and move to a whole different fucking state with nobody. That shit's tough, bro. It's tough.
dude, not only tough, man. I've been with my family, taking care of my fucking family for all my life.
It's just
you know?
it's just tough to do.
Moving away from your family, friends,
Yeah.
and everything you love, everything you know, and move to another state.
It's tough.
It was challenging, man. But you know what? Like I said, I'm a guy. You know, I went through, you know, whatever it is that I got to go through. You know?
So the next question I have, you know, to let everybody know, you know, obviously we're starting this podcast. It's about mental health as well, along with success. You are obviously an advocate of success. You know, I've met you about 2.5, 3 years ago, and ever since we met, you know, you've rubbed off on me in a lot of great ways. You know, for example, the gym, starting to get really motivated. I know the gym's very important in your life, and, you know, staying healthy and being sober, you know, even keeled kind of guy, you know, so that's huge. Your next venture after Little Caesars, what I want to know is what made you love cheesesteaks? What was it about the cheesesteak that you were like?
So I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you. So this part of this, you know, you got to hear the whole fucking story.
Sure,
right?
sure.
So, I'm out here in Connecticut,
Yeah.
right? Making pizzas, selling $5 pizzas. I'm doing phenomenal. You know, I opened up doing phenomenal numbers, line out the door, the whole spiel. Everything was great, making money. I take all the money that I made from the first store and I opened a second store.
Okay.
But there's one important piece of the puzzle. I forgot to pay the people that I fucking borrowed money from.
Well, yeah, that's a fucking situation.
Right, but I did it on fucking purpose.
Ah.
Why?
So you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you
No,
never Paul.
no,
paid
no,
Paul. Okay.
no. I wasn't even robbing
No,
Peter,
yeah.
but I wasn't paying Paul either. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I did it in a smart way.
Sure.
Reason why is because if I paid these people back right away, I would not have money to open the second store.
Got you.
So I made a decision, okay?
To just hold off.
Hold off just about a few more months.
Yeah, a couple more months. I got your money.
Even though they were fucking calling me every day, where my money, where my money, and where my... look, I never stole anything from anybody in my life.
Yeah.
And I've never drank or smoked a day in my life, and you know that.
Yeah,
not even a cigarette.
I know.
Not even alcohol. I've never tasted beer, never tasted alcohol, wine, nothing in my life.
To me, that is...
I swear to God, this is a true story.
This is true. I know that about you for sure.
And I've been praying 5 times a day since I was 9. That's another fucking piece of information nobody fucking sees. But they want to just judge me.
They
right?
want to judge you. Yeah.
So I'm over here having to make a very big decision, right? I don't like to go to sleep knowing I owe people money. But if I didn't open that second store, right? I said, if I open the second store and I start making money from this store and this store, I can pay back my debtors and still have that asset.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I opened up that second store. It was busier than the first store. So I was funneling money and I paid off my debtors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm out here. It's about 2 years, right? I'm out here. It's 2 years. You know, it's time for me to go. It's about 2011. I'm getting real homesick, man. I'm getting real homesick. I lived in Milford, Connecticut. There's a city called. There's a city in Connecticut.
Yes.
Milford, just like Michigan.
Yeah.
I chose that because it reminded me of fucking
home.
Milford, Michigan.
yeah. Something. You just wanted something
So
to
yeah. Dude, right outside of Milford, Connecticut apartments where I lived. It was on the beach. I lived in an apartment on the beach, right? And
That's nice.
yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't too expensive.
No,
It was,
yeah.
you know,
it's they got a lot of short.
I had a 1-bedroom, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
it's still nice.
By the way, when I first moved to Connecticut, I lived in my fucking store on an air mattress for 60 days because I didn't have any fucking money. I used it all up on this store.
Sacrifice.
I swear to God, I lived in I lived in the store and slept on an air mattress. I'm not even kidding. I swear to God on my life.
I believe that.
And then I got an apartment. I saved some money, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm living here in these apartments. And right outside the apartment, there's a guy, his wife and his brother, right? They have like a little food truck. It's not even a food truck. It's a food trailer.
Yeah.
Right? Connected to his pickup truck.
Okay.
So I'm out here, man.
Getting it in, whatever, you know, just whatever.
Right. I'm out here driving by this guy. I leave to go to work. He's busy. I come fucking home. This guy's still busy. Right? I'm breaking my fucking back. Right? Selling $5 fucking pizzas. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this guy, and he's serving a hell of a lot more customers than me.
Yeah.
I gotta see what this guy's fucking doing.
Yeah.
You know, success leaves clues.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you gotta follow the fucking clues, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just curious.
Yeah, pick them up.
So, dude, I see this guy just packing it in. It's around 5, 6 o'clock, right? He's packing it in. And I asked the guy, I said, hello, sir. How are you? I live right across the street here. You must be doing something great, serving something great here because, I always see busy people. He says, yeah, man, I do lobster rolls.
Oh, yeah, out there is fucking huge.
Right, so that's where it was invented.
Yes.
Lobster rolls.
There. Maryland, technically.
Maryland, and, I think it was Connecticut, bro.
Actually, Maryland is crab cakes. You're right. You might be right.
Connecticut is known for their lobster rolls.
Yes, Connecticut.
If I'm not mistaken. Look,
I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Don't fucking send me. You don't like it, sue me.
I got you.
So look, join the club. So look, it's he says I do lobster rolls, right? Mm-hmm. Up until that moment in my life, I've never heard of a fucking lobster roll. I swear to God.
Sure.
I swear to God, I've been alive that long, and I never heard what a lobster roll is.
Got you. I've been a fan of them since I was a kid. I fucking love them.
But you see, I'm a fan of them now. I'm going to tell you why.
Because you got money.
No.
They were expensive back then.
Right. But more importantly, I'm going to tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, what's a lobster roll? You know what I'm saying? So he explained it to me. He broke it down. He actually thought I was joking when I said, what's a lobster roll? And then I had told him that I'm not from around here. I'm from Detroit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got brought up on government food, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So he said, basically you could get it hot or cold. It's on, a Texas toast, grilled, and, you can get it this way, you can get it this way. It's a lobster roll with butter, hot. Mm-hmm. So I had one.
Yeah.
Swear to God, it was fucking this big.
Tops.
It's small.
Yeah.
Right?
He probably charged back then.
Listen, I swear to God. He says, I'm going to give it to you on the house. He gave it to me on the house. And, dude, I ate it. And I said, give me one more.
Yeah.
That's how good it was. So when I paid for the second one, I didn't anticipate how much it was going to be, right?
Yeah.
He said it was going to be $18.50. I thought he was fucking joking.
Yeah.
Okay? I swear to God.
For sure.
Listen. And then I snapped my fucking finger just like that, and I had a fucking light bulb that just came up on top of my fucking head, right? After I paid the $18.50, okay, which by the way, I would rob somebody to pay $18.50 for that sandwich again.
It's that good.
It was
It's
that good. It's fresh.
Yeah, for sure. You're in the mecca of it too.
But let me tell you what was even more fucking mind-blowing to me, not just the sandwich, is that this guy sold about 200 to 300 lobster rolls a day
At $18.50.
at $18.50.
Out of a fucking...
And I'm selling $5 fucking pizzas in a goddamn cardboard box.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, he's killing it.
I'm definitely doing something wrong here.
For sure. Yeah, yeah.
Right? He tells me, yeah, I know. I work from Memorial Day to Labor Day. And I go home and I sit home from Labor Day to Memorial Day.
He just cleans up.
And I'm fucking getting up at the crack ass of dawn.
Yeah.
And going to my store.
Yeah.
Making the dough.
Yeah.
Cutting the dough. Letting it rise. Sheeting the pizza.
All that.
Cutting the pizza.
Yeah.
Saucing the pizza. Cheesing the pizza. Pepperoni in the pizza. Cutting the pizza.
Yeah.
Putting it in the hot box. And selling it for $5 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. It's not easy.
No.
And being 785 miles away from my family.
Yeah, that's tough.
Fuck that. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. What did I do? I said, I know I can't do lobster rolls in Michigan.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you can't.
Right? I can't.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I said, okay, what's the next best thing that I can get close to a lobster roll?
Mm-hmm.
What's the next best thing after lobster that you can get that's expensive?
Steak, I guess.
Steak!
Sure.
Hello!
Yeah, steak. Wow, exactly. Steak.
Right. So I come home. Mind you, it's about 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I come back home for a vacation. And not a vacation, just to see my family.
Exactly.
Dude, I got sick. I just kept getting sick. And...
Having health issues.
No health issues.
Okay.
I just was getting like cold,
Yeah.
just kept getting...
Flus.
Kept getting
small
sick,
shit.
right?
Yeah. Cold, flu, shit like that.
Right. So I was just like, you know what? I got to sell my stores. And I got to come back here and I'll find something to do.
Mm-hmm.
I sold my stores. It was very easy to sell them. I sold them within 2 weeks.
Nice.
Because everybody's still trying to get into Little Caesars. I sold my stores at the peak of their powers.
Perfect.
I got great money for them, right?
Yeah.
Sold my 2 stores. They're very lucrative. It was a very lucrative deal for me. I come home, I'm having pains, I'm having pains, you know where.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just getting excruciating where it's unbearable.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept getting sick. One morning I wake up, my testicle is about this big.
Yeah.
This big.
Engulfed, inflamed.
Yeah, inflamed.
Yeah.
Dude, I can barely walk.
I mean, right off the rip.
Dude, I can barely walk without walking, with a limp.
Yeah.
And I just start sweating, man. I just start sweating, and I just can't take the pain anymore, man. Dude, I tell my mother, I said, I can't even drive. Drive me to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want my mom to worry. I didn't tell her I was having pains. I just said, I think I'm having a hernia. Because I honestly thought that's what it was.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I go into the hospital. You know, the urologist comes in, looks at it. He says, I'm going to order a ultrasound.
Mm-hmm.
Does a fucking ultrasound. Dude, not even 45 fucking minutes later. And if they tell you, if you ever go for a CAT scan or anything, if they don't call you within 24 hours, chances are you're good.
You're good.
Dude, 45 minutes after the ultrasound. 45 minutes. 7 doctors walk into my room. My mother's standing there, right? And he just delivers the most heart-pounding fucking news you can ever fucking imagine, right? Dude, he fucking delivers the C word.
Cancer.
He says, you have 4.5 tumors on one testicle. 4.5 fucking tumors. And one of the tumors was 4.25 centimeters.
Damn,
right?
I'm not no fucking medical guy, but
so usually when that happens in your testicle, 9 times out of 10, it is cancer. Yeah. Could have been non-cancer, but usually it's cancer.
Yeah.
So he says, listen, Mr. Berry, we're going to opt for surgery. We're going to prep you. Mm-hmm. We're going to get you in there. We need to get that testicle out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine hearing that fucking noise. What goes through your fucking head? You know what goes through your head? You know, not just living. Can I have kids? Am I going to be able to perform physically?
Yeah.
Dude, I have like 35 fucking questions, Doc.
Yeah.
Before I go into surgery. He says, no, we're good, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
We got to fucking go. We got to get you in there.
So I go in there. Get rid of my testicle. Mm-hmm. Yes, I have one testicle. Mm-hmm. I can do more with one than a fucking 80% of guys can do it too. But you don't
really even need to anyway.
I mean, you could live with one. A healthy life.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to be positive here, and I'm Captain Positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And so here's some more negative news, right? Yeah. I don't have fucking health insurance.
Oh, at the time you didn't?
Yeah, I didn't have health insurance, right?
Got you. Yeah.
So I go in, they scrape my testicle, they chop it up, they do whatever they got to do with it, they biopsy it. They told me that I have non-seminoma testicular cancer, right? So I've been having pains down there for 2 years, never said anything because I thought, I was an active guy. I thought it was from...
whatever, working out, some shit.
Physical, stuff that I was doing,
exactly.
So, dude, I get out of surgery. They do a full-blown CAT scan for me. Fucking 1 day later, the fucking CAT scan lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. It spread to my, stomach area, my lymph nodes, and I'm all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, the cancer spread. It's spread, bro.
And I don't know the verbiage, but I think it's metastasized or some shit, and it spread.
It just spread, man.
Yeah. It just spread. So at this point, it's damn near fucking
at this point, I'm like, I'm a goner.
Yeah,
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to be fucking positive here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, it's just it was just one blow after another,
sure.
Right? But it's important that our listeners know, who I am and where I came from, and then you judge me based on that.
Exactly.
Right? So, I'm over here trying to figure out, do I prep for my funeral? Or what I gotta do? Like, I'm in limbo here, man. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't have insurance. So I
what age was this at? Like when this all happened?
This is 2011.
2011.
I'm 24 years old.
24 years old. Gotcha.
So I'm over here fucking, doing what I got to do to understand what I got to go through and if I'm going to be alive or not. I have options. I have choices. Doc says you need multiple surgeries, including a retroperitoneal lymph node dissection, which is a 9.5 hour fucking surgery. I don't know. God knows. It's a very invasive surgery.
Sure.
They cut you from here all the way down. Everything comes out. They pluck your lymph nodes. They take out all your lymph nodes because,
So you've been seriously under the knife many a times.
Yeah. So I don't have insurance. I have to pay all this money, right? I have to pay all this fucking money for doctor bills. And, I'm blowing through everything that I worked for
just in medical costs.
In medical bills and still trying to survive, man. I couldn't physically work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And keep my family afloat.
It's totally a fucking crazy situation.
Right. So I'm bleeding money, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying all these medical bills and I'm going to Carmana's hospital and I'm doing treatment. So, I'm over here, busting my ass, trying to figure things out, man.
With cancer.
With cancer. Go figure.
Yeah.
So look, I do this surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm behind on all my bills.
Mm-hmm.
I get out, I go into the hospital. I'm in the hospital for 22 fucking days. I did my surgery December 2nd. December 2nd, 2011.
Got you.
Right?
Okay.
Dude, I got out of the hospital December 22nd, 2011. 3 days before fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't eaten in 22 days. I was been feeding too. And by the way, I'm so straight edge.
Mm-hmm.
I refused any painkillers. I don't even take any medication. On top of me never smoking or drinking, I don't even take pain pills, nothing. I don't take painkillers.
Did they give you chemo? Was chemo part of all this?
Well, this was after my surgery.
Okay, gotcha.
So I opted for surgery first.
Yes.
Because I didn't want to do chemo and then the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been too much for me.
Exactly. Especially with not even taking any kind of medication.
Yeah, I don't. I swear to God. No painkillers, nothing.
I believe it.
So I'm in the hospital for 22 days. I get out of the hospital. My parents had taken me home, right?
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, this is a true story. I'm not even fucking around. 3 days. 3 days before Christmas, I'm out of the hospital. I'm walking up to my door, right? There's a big red sign on my fucking door. My house foreclosed. It was during that time when everybody was foreclosing and shit.
Yeah.
I knew my house was getting foreclosed on. Don't feel fucking sorry for me. Yeah. I already knew it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But my shit was inside the fucking house. I didn't even get a chance to get my shit out.
Jesus.
Don't feel bad for me. This is not a, you know, I just want my shit that's inside. Exactly. I knew the house was gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't pay for it. I was dying.
Yeah, exactly.
So all my shit's in there. I don't know where it went. I go back to my parents' house. I stay there. I'm back to square fucking one. Yeah. I'm flat fucking broke. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm flat fucking broke.
Flat broke after the surgeries are done now.
Yeah.
But now you're flat broke back to square one.
Right.
Exactly.
So I go through the treatment. I go through the rehab. I go through everything that I need to go through. Mm-hmm. I start eating healthy. I'm trying to get my health back up. I'm trying to kill this cancer, kill this fucking disease that has killed so many fucking people. And, you know, I'm just trying not to be another fucking statistic on the wrong side. Sure. I want to be a statistic on the right side.
Exactly.
And, I promised myself that I would tell my story, one day. And, dude,
I know this is.
You really fucking appreciate. You really appreciate what you've been through in your life, That's why money ain't everything, And I've been. God damn it, man! Every time I tell this fucking story, I can't tell the story without fucking getting.
It's fine, bro.
So
it's fine.
You try to. You try to finish your story, and sometimes you just can't. And you expire. So, God is the greatest, and I'm living proof that God exists.
For sure.
And those who think that God doesn't exist, I feel so bad.
I do too. Like an atheist. Like
Right.
When an atheist sneezes, what the fuck do you say?
And I'm not trying
to
judge. I'm not trying to judge anybody. Everybody has their own God. And as long as you believe in a God, I hope that we all and pray, and I believe that we'll end up in the same place at the end, as long as you follow some sort of faith.
For sure.
And that's a true testament. A true faithful person will respect another man's faith, or else you can't be faithful.
That's true.
So, what I did was
You definitely got a second chance at life, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Dude, not only a second chance, I got a golden opportunity. God gave it to me.
Yeah.
And I never stopped believing. Even in my darkest fucking hour, I never looked up to God and said, why?
Yeah.
I knew he had a plan for me because I knew the suffering was going to stop because I was a good person.
For sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Some people suffer because they're bad people. When they stop being bad, then the suffering will stop. I was a good person, and I still am.
Yeah.
So, what happens next is something that God just put in my lap. I'm driving down Middle Belt. I got $12,800 to my name, right? I see this Lefty's location, where Lefty's is now.
Yeah.
It's, it's a, I don't know, it's Coney Island or something.
Okay.
I'm driving down Middle Belt. I see this place for lease. I call up on it. I sign a lease within 2 weeks. I wanted to continue what this guy in Connecticut was doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'm going to open up a cheesesteak place. Cheesesteaks.
It's actually solid because we don't have any.
Yeah.
We never had any. I mean, I knew a couple, but tops. But
yeah, sure. And, I opened it up. I had a older gentleman working there, helping me out while I still recover and what have you. And, a friend helped me put it, kind of in his name while I figure out my finances. And, he was a good person and I trusted him. So we, I go into this location. I start working in it. I'm by myself.
Yeah.
By my fucking self.
Completely solo,
dude. It's completely solo because it's completely fucking dead.
Yeah.
There's nobody coming in for my fucking cheesesteaks.
And you said on Middle Belt, where? Middle Belt?
Right on the corner, Middle Belt and 6 Mile.
Yeah, Middle Belt and 6 Mile.
Right.
Livonia.
Yeah. And I struggled and I struggled and I struggled. And at one point, I was getting ready to fucking close the place.
Sure.
Dude, the first day I took the store over, my grill goes down.
Yeah.
The grill that was there already. It went down.
First day.
And I didn't have any money to buy a fucking grill.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, now obviously it's
I call up my equipment guy, an equipment guy that I never met by the name of Steve Shaman.
Okay.
got me a grill. I told him, look, man, I can't pay you for a week. You know what I'm saying? I can't pay you for a week, maybe 2 weeks. So he was like, no problem. You know, took a chance on me. Yeah. That guy is still our partner, still to this day. And we bought a lot of equipment from him. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, you pay it forward, man. You look at people that helped you along the way, and you want to continue to help them. That's why I say success is not measured in how much money you have. Success is measured in how you make others successful. And
I've always honestly agreed with that, with that model, you know, big time.
So what was my big break? Here's my big break. I got lucky. I got lucky, and my work ethic is good. Yeah, it was a perfect storm, because I don't know if you remember, and many of you will remember, they closed 96 for like 2 years. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, I do.
They like closed it for like 10 miles for 2 years.
I remember that shit.
You know where the fucking detour was?
Through yeah, middle belt, right?
Middle belt and 6 Mile.
That's true. That's
where the fucking detour funneled to.
Yeah.
And what was I fucking doing? I was outside on the goddamn street.
Yeah.
Just like my buddy in Connecticut with his lobster rolls. Because if I didn't know what a lobster roll was, I would have never got one.
Yeah.
And if he had not given one to me, I still wouldn't have bought one.
Exactly.
And that's the art of selling. If you believe in a product so much and you know it's good, right? And you believe in it, give it away for free and they'll come back. And that's the fucking truth. And that's what I did to many of these people, you know, in the parking lot. Then, you know, I started getting a little busier, and word got out, word of mouth. And this is before social media was fucking so big. It was still big, but it wasn't as big as it is today.
I don't think social media was even popping back then.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, I mean, very minimal.
A lot of word of mouth.
Yeah, a lot of word of mouth.
So, you know.
Yeah. That makes... So that's it. That's it right there.
That's it, man. That's it. That's Lefty's story.
That's the story behind. Yeah. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. You did a lot. You overcame a lot of shit. Let me tell you, bro.
And I still am, man. And I still am. And I still will.
Yeah.
Because God never sends you something that you can't handle. And those who say they can handle something, it's because they're weak-minded. Yeah. Because what one man can do, another man can do. And there's no fucking excuses, my man.
No, there isn't.
Dude, we live in the best country in the world. This is America, man.
Without a doubt, the opportunities here unfucking believable.
There are people beyond their control that live in third world countries that would love to drink water.
Yeah, for real.
Like this. They die of starvation. When was the last time you ever heard anybody in this country die of starvation? Have you ever heard of something like that? Have you ever sat on the news and seen somebody that said they died of starvation?
I've never seen it on the news.
You'll never hear it either. Because you can go into any grocery store and steal an apple. Yeah.
That's very fucking true.
You can go into any Coney Island and see if somebody doesn't give you a goddamn hot dog.
Yep, that's true.
What kind of a human being? Dude, I do it all the time in my stores. Yeah. There's nobody that dies of starvation.
Not in this country,
Not in this country. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, if you go to like Somalia, some shit like that, Habibi, they don't got fucking food.
I understand. Yeah. They don't have food.
Yeah.
They don't have the resources.
Yeah.
I'm talking, you can go to a field of...
I think even McDonald's has a thing where if you ask them, I think they even give you like French fries or some shit.
Listen,
I don't know.
You can go into Meijer, shop, get an apple, get a banana, eat while you shop, then fucking leave.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't condone it.
No,
I'm not suggesting it.
No,
and
yeah,
I'm not.
if you're starving,
I'm not promoting it.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just simply saying.
Yes, if you're starving.
Have you ever heard
No.
of anybody in this country that died of starvation? Now,
don't.
there are a lot of homeless people
Yes.
and unfortunate people in this country, but they still eat.
Yes,
is
yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Very true,
You can
yes,
go into
sir.
a gas station.
Without a
You know what I'm
doubt.
saying? I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
No, that makes sense. 100%. No, ain't nobody starving in America.
nobody's
That's for sure.
starving in America.
Yeah.
They're unfortunate. They might go to bed hungry,
Yeah.
but they're gonna eat.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
gonna eat.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
can, because look, if you won't die of starvation, even if you pass out, you go to the hospital, they give you IV.
Yeah, that's
I mean, what? I mean, what the?
That's fucking nutrition right
You
there.
know what I'm saying?
That's
I
nutrition
mean, look,
right there.
I'm not trying to make this
No.
a joke, but you know, and that's what the Success Podcast is all about, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to bring awareness to entrepreneurs. We're here to bring awareness to food connoisseurs like yourself, restaurants that you know that you visit on a daily basis. We want to, we want to edify and promote success, food, sports. We want to bring
Listen, learn,
motivation
and lead.
Yes, listen, learn, and lead. We want to bring motivations to the motivators. We want to teach teachers how to fucking teach and teach better.
Yeah.
You understand?
Without a doubt.
So, and that's what I try to do on a daily basis myself. But you got to be willing to get up at 5 a.m.
That's true.
You got to be willing to piss excellence and get to the next level.
Yep.
Because listen, if you think I'm done, I haven't even scratched the fucking surface yet.
Exactly.
With what I want to do with my career.
And vice versa, bro. Me too, bro. Me too. Honestly. I feel like I'm 39. We're both the same age. I feel like I'm fucking just starting, bro. I really do. With everything going on, in general. So at 39 is the new 29. They say that shit all the time, but I think that shit all day. That's 100.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the fucking story of Sam Barry and Lefties. That's a hell of a story. I mean, you're here now. You're killing it. You're fucking smashing the game. Everything's beautiful, bro. And this is it. This is the podcast, everybody. This is the first episode we got. Bottom line is follow Lefty's Cheesesteak. Follow Food Porn Detroit. Also follow the Success Loading Podcast. You know what I mean?
Follow at Lefty's Cheesesteaks on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're here to bring you so much more stuff, and I appreciate anybody that's tuning in. We're trying to build this and build a following and try to lead people the right way and help others grow to their true potential.
Yes. Not to also to this is very much based mental health. So mental health is very important. We want to make sure that everybody understands that. So we out here, baby. Food Porn Detroit, Lefty's Cheesesteak, signing off. First episode. Don't just live life, taste life. And if you don't eat left,
you don't eat right, baby.
And that's all there is to it.
That's right.
We out here.
All right.
That was dope. Love it.
Wow.
That was a good dope love.
Very impressed. Very impressed over here.
How'd you like it, Chuck?
That was awesome.
The first one. How'd you like it?
Tay
Tay was a little hesitant in the beginning.
Yeah.